everybody, this is Mr. Well and I am going to tell you what we're doing this week in math class. We've been focusing on division, unit 3.7, division and how it connects to multiplication. We've done strategies like tape diagrams, we've done equal groups, we've done arrays, but something that's very important about division is that remembering that it tells you the total. Whenever you read a story problem and you notice the total amount is automatically division, the next thing to understand is how many groups or how many in each group. Let me walk us through that. So this is one example. Polly's mom has planted 15 plants in 5 rows. How many plants were there in each row? So it already gives us two key pieces of information. 15 plants. This is the total, right? So let's say, and there's a strategy here, but let's say I also show a tape diagram. Um, and I've done this with the students already, so they should be very familiar with this. 15 total. And then it says in 5 rows. So if it says in 5 rows, it's very explicit about the strategy that it wants. But if it said groups of 5, 5 rows, same thing essentially. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I had to figure out how many go in each. This is a great example of how it's supposed to look like. 5 rows, blank in each. This essentially is 15 divided by 5. That's the information that it's giving you. And that mystery number will be telling you how many in each row. Or in this tape diagram over here, how many in each part. So how many plants were there in each row? 5 equal rows of blank equals 15. Flipping that and using multiplication to help us out. So 5 times what equals 15. But in the first assignment for the week is essentially matching these story problems with the diagram and drawing that correlates exactly to what it's saying in the story problem. So it's very important for the students to understand what's going on in the story problem. Not even to solve. Before solving, finding out what is actually happening. Do you know how many parts? Do you know how many in each part? Do you know the total? Another thing that we're covering this week is dividing by tens, multiples of tens. And yeah, we've practiced multiplying multiples of tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Those are all multiples of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Those are all multiples of 10, which we know in a ones place always ends in a 0. And essentially it's the same thing. Mr. Adams bought 70 new notebooks for the class. There were 10 notebooks in each package. How many packages did Mr. Adams buy? 70 new notebooks. That's the total. There were 10 notebooks in each package. So it's already telling us what we should expect when we see and draw our representation. 10 notebooks in each package. 70 is a total. And this is 10 in each, right? So you just keep on, you would essentially keep on adding 10, 10, 10 in each, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, making groups of 10 until you get up to 20. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And the division equation that would match it is 70 divided by 10 equals blank. And that blank will answer this question. So sometimes what I realize with the students is that we're able to flip it into multiplication. 10 times what equals 70? Oh, 10 times 7 equals 70. But their picture doesn't match what we're trying to solve. So how many packages did Mr. Adams buy? He bought 10 packages. We have he bought 7 packages. I'm sorry, and there are 10 notebooks in each package. So let me change the color. There's 1 package, 2 packages, 3 packages, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So your final answer should be 7 packages. 7 packages. And it's important that the picture matches that. But 7 packages. And one of the last things that we're going to be doing is also bringing it home and having students continue to realize the connection between multiplication and division, how they are inverse operations. They're like cousins. River was playing dodgeball with her friends and scored 15 points. If she scored 5 points each round, how many rounds did she play? It's important for students to think about what each number represents, what's the unknown number represent, and how can this look different? We've been practicing that as well. So 15 points would be the total, which always comes first in the division equation. And then we know she scored 5 points each round. So 5 in each. That essentially means that the mystery number, the unknown, is going to tell us how many rounds she played. So 15 divided by blank, 15 divided by 5 equals blank rounds. Blank times 5 equals 15. And students can count groups of 5, because that's 1 round she scored 5. Another round she scored 5, and another round she scored 5. And this total is 15, so 15 total. So you'll notice that there are 3 groups of 5, and that's essentially how you can show that. I hope this was helpful. This is Mr. Bono.